In this hot taper tutorial, I'm going to transform him from this to this. Stay tuned. The first thing I'm going to do is comb the hair in the natural direction that it grows. And I'm going to take the number 1 guard with the lever halfway open, and I'm going to cut the crown area first. The hair grows from the crown, so that's why I'm cutting this area first, and I'm leaving it a little bit longer than I'm going to cut the rest of the hair. So when you're doing this, make sure you comb first to know the way that the hair pattern is growing. That way you don't patch them. For some reason, I just found that for people with wavy hair, if you leave the crown a little bit darker, it keeps it from looking like they're thinning in that area. Now I'm going to fully close the lever and cut down the rest of the hair. And when I say I'm going with the grain means the natural direction that the hair pattern grows. I was reading some comments and a lot of people seem to get confused when I say with the grain, so I just wanted to clarify that. You can see that I'm being thorough, making several passes over the same area, and this is because I want the hair to lay down as much as possible. When you don't hear the hair cutting, that's how you know the hair is laid down as much as you can with whatever guard you have on. To begin the taper, I start out by using the trimmer to create my bald guideline at the bottom. Next, I take the clipper with the lever fully open and make a guideline about 1 inch high. And I'm stretching the skin so that way I get as tight of a blend as possible. Next, I close the lever and begin blending at the bottom. I'm going to be blending up to the top of that guideline. I open up the lever about 1/4 of the way each time I continue to go up, not going past the top of the guideline because I don't want to raise the fade. Next, I take the number 1 guard, and the steps with this guard are lever open, closed, and then halfway. With the lever fully open, I make another guideline about 1 inch high. Then I close the lever and blend at the bottom. Then I open the lever halfway and blend in between the lever open and lever closed. That's why I said the steps with this guard are lever open, lever closed, and then halfway. Next, I take the half guard with the lever halfway open and blend up under that 1 guard closed. And then I close it and blend right up under that. Now, for those of you that are more advanced, you can skip that step and just use the corner of the blade. However, it's totally up to you. And right there, I just used the 1.5 guard to get a little bit of that bulk out of the way. And here I'm smoothing everything down with the lever fully open. And then we just repeat the same steps that we just did on the back of the head and on the right side as well. Whatever you do to one side, do to all sides of the head. That way you get as uniform of a blend as possible. Doing the same thing on this side, I just sped it up so I wouldn't get too repetitive. Here I'm prepping the hairline with alcohol, and this is to remove any oil from the skin and dry it out so that way you get that good ash line. And this is holding spray to lock the hair in place. I like to start my lineups on the neckline. You don't have to do it in this order. I just like to start from the sides and make my way to the front. But whatever floats your boat. And just use the corner of the blade when you're going around the ear. It'll help you control the trimmer like a pencil. So see how I'm lining up the vertical bar with the corner of his eyebrow? So always use the corner of the eyebrow as a reference point. You want to keep everything as close to that eyebrow as possible. So don't go try to chase a sharp line, just keep everything where it naturally grows. For edge ups, for the front specifically, it's a good rule of thumb to start in the middle and then work your way to one side and then match the other side to that one side. It doesn't matter whether you go right or left first, just pick a side. And I'm trying to stay as low as possible while getting his lineup as symmetrical as I can. And then now this right side is going to be based off of that left side. I'm trying to match the other side. And if the client's skin can take it, I'm a huge advocate of using the razor. This really helps to make the edge up last longer. You can get about an extra 2 to 3 days out of your lineup, maybe even longer, just depending on how fast your hair grows. And see that I'm pulling the skin in the opposite direction that I'm going with the razor. And I'm leading with the front point of the razor. Really, when using the razor, it's all about balance and about how much pressure you use. It doesn't take a lot of pressure. And you just have to make sure that you're holding the blade at about a 45-degree angle. By the way, if you're new to this channel and you're getting value out of this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. And then finally, I'm getting these loose hairs that are sticking up on top. He was very satisfied with this haircut. And you guys can repeat this same process. All you have to do is just follow these same steps. So I like to use Sea Breeze because it doesn't sting as much as alcohol and it's still an astringent. And then here I just use a hot towel to remove all of that loose hair. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all on the next video.